Listen to him.
People like Cyrus, that according to the Washington-based Migration Policy Institute, Nigerians are the most successful and educated immigrant group in Africa, in America. Maybe that's why it's beefing. Our Nollywood movies, our skit makers, our music artists are putting African positively in the world map, not just West Africa. Not to mention people like Philip Emeagwali, our Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, our Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, our Professor Wole Soyinka, and whether she likes it or not, our Kemi Badenoch, and numerous mayors and members of parliament in UK, US, and Canada. Not even to mention the basketballers, footballers, including American football. And now, let me drive it home, because at the verse, you know, the Ghana should remember why we choose to mention bad eggs. Let me remind him of the Nigerian banks and companies setting up shops in Ghana and providing employment opportunities for Ghanaians. Corporations like Zenith Bank, Access Bank, Guarantee Trust Bank, Fidelity Bank, and even fintechs like Flutterwave, Plenty Waka, Remis Capital Ventures Garden, Multigate Solutions, Sandbox Software, Bento Technologies, and Instant Payment Solutions. Not to talk of other smaller supply chains, and including sell side. I don't even mention people like Alhaji Aliko Dangote and UBA of Tony Elumelu, who is, you know, raising entrepreneurs across Africa and creating billionaires. How about him?
All right. I must be, you know, very honest with you that at the time when I did the very first video, I didn't know much about Kemi. I didn't know much about her. Otherwise, I would have, at the time, even played the video that I'll be playing very soon. But this guy still needs education and still needs to do his homework well. I don't mean to insult him in any way, no. But it's very important that as journalists, we research on whatever thing that we say and whatever thing that we do. You mentioned that according to an institution in the United States of America, Nigerians are the most successful and educated immigrants in America or in the world, something like that. Therefore, I wish to ask the question that, as for Ghanaians, we have accepted that we know nothing. But how come someone who is highly educated, with all the brains that you have, you end up becoming an immigrant in somebody's country with all the education? I just want to understand that, because I'm confused. With all the education, with all the knowledge, you end up as an immigrant in somebody's country. You need to ask yourself that question. Then you also made a statement, whether Kemi likes it or not, she is a Nigerian. Are you sure? Now listen to what she said about immigrants, the very people that you are claiming that they are highly educated. As far as Africa is concerned, they are highly educated in the world or in America. Listen to her.
Where would you propose that 150,000 people would go? Because the original Rwanda plan was going to take perhaps 1,000 people over 5 years.
Laura,
so where would those people all go?
Not here, not here. They do not belong here. They are committing crimes. They are hurting people. We have been trying to deport so many people and have been facing obstacles in the legal system. That's why we're leaving the ECHR. We tried to deport a Jamaican national who had committed crimes. Shabana Mahmood and Keir Starmer wrote a letter asking us not to deport him. He went on to kill someone else later. I'm tired of us asking all of these irrelevant questions about where should they go. They will go back to where they should do or another country, but they should not be here. We need to look after the people in our country.
Well, that is not coming from me. Your very own Nigerian, the lady that you are trying your best possible to use as an important personality to make your point, is denying her roots, to the extent that she's even making a point that she believes that immigrants will have to leave. Then it looks as if any day, any time, Nigerians, or some Nigerians, let me put it, correct, some Nigerians move to some countries, they end up owning or becoming more citizens than the very citizens who even own those countries. They don't belong here. They don't belong here. That is what she was saying. Looking at a black person talking like that is so sad. And you are happy. You are proud. Using her to make arguments or to make points. My brother, do your research well. She doesn't have sympathy for her own people. We have someone in US. Her name, Mami Ewuse Frimpong. She is the judge. And like I told you before, she was able to block an initiative against immigrants, which also helped or assisted immigrants, including Ghanaians, Nigerians, and other nationals as well. While someone in England or UK is calling on the fellow white people to sack immigrants, we have another black person who happens to be a Ghanaian. She is rather blocking an initiative or a policy so that immigrants will stay. That is how sympathetic Ghanaians are. Watch this.
Today we are going to talk about a federal judge who has become the center of news and discussion all across America. Judge Mame Yusi Mensah Frimpong. According to Newsweek, she blocked the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, from carrying out the aggressive tactics that the Trump administration was trying to implement, and this bold decision has placed her directly in the national spotlight. Judge Frimpong's ruling has not only shaken legal experts, but has also forced ordinary people to reflect on the direction of America's legal system. For immigrant communities, this decision is seen as a major relief because ICE's aggressive raids and tactics were having the greatest impact on undocumented families and vulnerable individuals. Frimpong's step stands as a strong example of judicial independence and protection of human rights, making her a unique and powerful figure. If you think about it, for a federal judge to take such a stand on a politically sensitive issue is an incredibly risky and bold move, as it brings with it political pressure, media scrutiny, and public backlash. But she sent a clear message: the Constitution and the law stand above everything else. Right now, her name is trending across America's social media platforms. Immigration activists are calling her a hero, while Trump supporters are labeling her ruling controversial. Yet one fact is undeniable. Through her decision, Judge Frimpong has shown the true meaning of the power and independence of the judiciary. In the coming days, we will see what the political and legal fallout of this case will be. But for now, one thing is clear: Judge Mame Yusi Mensah Frimpong is America's top trending judge, and her name is being written into history.